I'm updating this video with just a short bit that I can't believe I left out. One of the absolute most insane parts of Starfield is the lack of a communication device. Just, what the hell? The game is set in our universe, basically, 307 years from now, and 2330, I believe. And Apple and Google apparently went out of business, and nobody else thought, hey, a communication device is a fantastic idea and very profitable. We could make trillions off of this, selling this to the hundreds of billions of citizens spread across all these worlds. No, there's no communication device in the game whatsoever, at least not the first 7 or so hours. You are running back to every single contact, every single quest giver to update and progress things. And that's the 130 or so hours of game time. At least 70 of that has got to be from 100% padding. From a fantasy game developer trying to make a sci-fi game and not understanding sci-fi concepts whatsoever. So they have you literally crawling back to the tavern to talk to people. Because phones don't exist in 2330, guys. Instant messaging doesn't exist. None of that exists. You've got to talk to people in person. There's no lore in the game about the destruction of communication services or anything like in Dune, where they've got a story, a background, a very fleshed out reason for the lack of computers and automation. No, there's nothing like that. In fact, all of that stuff is used a lot. And there are message boards at places and quest boards. And there's computers, and there are messages being sent in there for you to read, just like there were in Fallout 3 and 4 to read, messages from the past. But you cannot communicate with somebody without going to see them. You've got to fly. You literally got to jump light years across space, then find the planet, then find the location. There's like 7 or 8 loading screens involved to go get one quest update. Because, well, there's a loading screen. Let's see. You've got one loading screen to get in the ship. Another screen to sit in your chair. Then you go to your star map. Another loading screen to pick your location. And then you're doing your jump. There's a loading screen. And then when you get there, you have to sit there and be scanned before you can progress. That's not really a loading screen, but it may as well be, because you're stuck doing nothing for a few seconds. And then you land on the planet. Yet another loading screen. So we're up to 6 now, I believe. You get up from your seat. There's a loading screen. If your ship has a ladder, there's a loading screen, a very small one, to get on and off the ladder, but a loading screen nonetheless. We're up to 8. Then you leave the ship, 9. Then if the colony's got a door, there's a 10th loading screen, and then there's a possibility that there's a door that has a loading screen to get to your quest contact after that. So at the very least, you're talking about 9 or 10 loading screens to go from a quest update to talking to the quest giver so you can progress for one quest. That's for one quest update. What if, like in the case of the Trevor quest on Mars, you have to go back to see him like 3 or 4 times? That's several dozen loading screens to finish one guy's quest line. That is inexcusable. And the lack of a communication device, just absolutely mind-blowing. No excuse. Garbage.